Hi OTC Foodies, it's Terry. All right, so today we are on our last Whole30 meal. And so I wanted to show you something that you can make that's pretty quick and will give you plenty of leftovers so that you have lunch and dinner. It's also very healthy for you, and we're incorporating a lot of vegetables. And this really doesn't take very long to put together at all. Plus, all the ingredients are something you're gonna find in your common Walmart store. All right, so this is gonna be a chicken fajita bowl, and we're making cauliflower, lime, cilantro rice. And it's really not hard at all to throw all that together. So I've got chicken right here that I have already cooked, and I'm letting it rest, and that's just chicken breast. Now, if you want to make this even simpler, you could get a rotisserie chicken and shred it apart, or you can use chicken that you cooked the night before. But I put that in my air fryer, which by the way is amazing if you don't have one, and cook that in about 12 minutes. All right, so next we're taking cauliflower rice, and this is in the frozen food section. Now you can make your own cauliflower rice, but okay, why? Because we can buy this in the frozen food section. It's quick and easy, and we don't have to chop all the cauliflower. It's probably not as good as the real stuff or the fresh stuff that you make, but it's still pretty good. So I am going to throw this in my bowl, and we're gonna put this in the microwave for a few minutes and let it cook. And this really doesn't take very long at all. So we're gonna start that process right there. All right, so next we have our fajita vegetables. So I have some peppers, 3 different color peppers, and onion, of course. We have our cilantro, we have some salsa, we have an avocado. If you don't like avocados, you can leave it off. And we're gonna be cooking this down. So first we're gonna be chopping our peppers. And I just like to cut along the sides like this. That way you're completely avoiding the core, and you don't have to sit there and try to work around it. And see, we've got these really nice even sides here, and you just cut that into strips. And this is really great meal prep. And like I said, it's healthy. We're eating nothing but vegetables tonight and some protein. So that's what we need. We need more vegetables in our diet, right? And clean proteins. And we have our healthy fat, which comes in the way of avocado. Okay, let's do a yellow one. See, make simple work out of something that's usually difficult. And the dietitians will tell you that, and I'm not a dietitian by the way, but they'll tell you that you should have a rainbow of vegetables in your diet, meaning you need more than one vegetable. You need to eat the rainbow. And this, we have a beautiful rainbow of colors that we're going to be including in our bowl. Now, if you don't want to go the Whole30 route, you can substitute real rice for the cauliflower rice, but right now I'm trying to avoid the whole white carbs. And let's do one more. Lots of gorgeous vegetables in this. All right, I'm going to turn my skillet on. And we want it at medium-high heat. I've got some olive oil over there I'm going to throw in it. All right, so we're just going to kind of push that to the side a little bit. Next, I've got my onion. And it's easier if you just cut it through that way and leave the root on there. It holds the onion together. And then I just peel back the top layers. There we go. All right, let's throw some olive oil in our pan. All right, now I've also made up a little spice mixture, like a Mexican spice blend here. And I used some garlic salt, some oregano, some chili powder, and some ground cumin. And I just kind of put about a teaspoon of each in my bowl and then stirred it up. So that's going to be our Mexican seasoning, you might say, for our vegetables, because we want to add a little flavor to it. All right, so that should be getting nice and hot. And these you want to saute till they're little crisp tender. And you see how pretty that looks already. All those colors together. We're going to add a little salt in there because the salt is going to help soften our vegetables. It helps draw the moisture out and it will soften them up as they're cooking. So, all right. Just going to add a little bit because we do have some in our blend there. Alright, so we're going to let this cook for a few minutes, so stay tuned. And when we come back, these are going to be nice and sauteed, still a little crisp, and not too soft. So come back and join me in just a minute. Welcome back. So this has been cooking for about 3 minutes now, and you can see that it's starting to soften up and break down a little bit, which is really about where we want it. Now, we're going to add our seasoning to that. Turn this down and just give this a nice stir. Okay, and we're turning that. All right. So that's going to rest right there, and our coconut, or cauliflower rice, sorry, hi, our cauliflower rice here, I put in for an extra few minutes just to kind of make sure it was cooked. Now, I did have some coconut cream in the bottom, which is a Whole30 trick where you take a can of coconut milk, or coconut cream, and you put it in the fridge, and the solid part it solidifies, and I use that to make it creamy. It's kind of like a fat. It doesn't really add any of the coconut flavor to it, but it just gives a little moisture. All right, so that is our cauliflower rice. Now, we do need to finish that off. So we're gonna chop some cilantro and throw it in there. We want that flavor. And we're gonna do, we're gonna mince this up so it's a little bit finer, not quite so big and bold. And this is great if you've had a long day and you want to throw something on the table, or after you've been gone to the gym and worked out and you want to get dinner before it gets too late. It's perfect. There is our cilantro there. And give that a stir. That looks pretty vibrant. All right, next I need a zest. And here's my handy dandy zester here. It's gonna add a little zing to the rice as well. This is one of those utensils that everybody should have in their kitchen because it really comes in handy. Not only for like lemons or limes or oranges, but you can use it for chocolate, you can use it for cheese. This is really just a great tool to have. And that's really all you're gonna do is just kind of get that zest off. You don't want to go too deep, you don't want the pith because that's gonna be very bitter and we want to avoid any of that bitterness in there. And a little more. Now, if you want to dice the jalapeno for a little heat, go ahead. That would be perfect in that too. My salsa is mild, so there's not a whole lot of heat in it. So you could add some jalapeno if you wanted to. All right, right there. I'm going to stir that up. I can smell that lime and that cilantro there. It smells great. All right, so let's get ready to plate our dish. Gotta clean up just a second here. All right. So let's slice a piece of chicken. So we've had this chicken resting. Since we cooked it, I just seasoned it with some salt and pepper and olive oil. Threw it in my air fryer, and now we're just going to slice it. And you always want to let your meat rest so the juices can pull back into the meat. It just kind of makes it juicy. If you don't rest it and you slice right into it, you're going to lose all the wonderful juice and moisture in the meat. All right, so let's assemble. So we're going to put some cauliflower rice in the bottom. That looks like enough. Next, we're going to top some vegetables on it. Put it on the side there. Okay. And let's throw some chicken on there. It's going to make it look pretty, right? Next, a little salsa and avocado. So let's push that to the side and throw our avocado on there. Yeah. People are afraid of avocados, but it's actually high in fiber and vitamins and the good fat that we need in our body. So we need healthy fats, and avocado is a perfect example of a healthy fat. All right, see how easy that was? cilantro on my fingers there. And a little lime, and we'll add a little dash of color here, make it look pretty. All right, so there is your fajita chicken bowl with cauliflower, lime, cilantro, rice. So looks like a hot mess here in the kitchen, but it's actually really easy and quick. And this will give you meals for the next day or two. So that was 2 bags of the cauliflower rice, and I cooked that with a little bit of the coconut milk or the cream in it, and then threw some chopped cilantro, grated lime zest in there, and then I sauteed my vegetables, the peppers and the onions, and then put that on top with my chicken, avocado, salsa, lime. And that's it. Very easy, nothing but nutritious vegetables and some clean protein. So thanks for eating with me tonight, and I've really enjoyed cooking for you, and next month we'll get back to our regular fattening food. So take care everybody, and ciao. Good night.